Ready Freddy with the machete. We're back, bro. A little bit of technical shaboobala going on, but we got our guest here. He was just telling us how he's a phantom pisser.
Well, let's reset it up for the people at home. Sorry, we're running a little bit late, folks. We're chatting it up, telling some very interesting stories for the past 10 minutes, and we pissed that all away. But it's okay. We got it recorded for later. Folks, welcome to ZUDECAST episode 101. If you are in the chat, please say what's up, and please let us know if we are experiencing any more further technical difficulties. We've been out here setting up all of our bullshit all day, trying to get everything locked in. We're recording straight from an asylum room, Rikers Island. I already said this before. Fucking all right, let's do this again.
Roundabout again.
We got some very interesting stories and some very special folks here. I'd like to give a warm welcome to our buddy Eugene.
Thank you. The Genester.
The huge.
Eugene, a.k.a. Gino Ramon, because that's how I was told my middle name is pronounced. But you can say Ramon because it's Genoramon. One song complicated everywhere since September 1st of last year. Gino Ramon TV. Got some bangers. Those will be everywhere soon. Musician, drummer, comedian, comic. That's what segued me into jumping into that story.
Yeah. So if you're just joining us here, make sure you hit the like and the subscribe and the notification bell, aka. Oh wow. Okay. So maybe wait. How do we got a comment already from Bellstar420?
Yeah.
Does she know?
Well, I called them the Phantom Pisser as we just came in, so.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I'm the Phantom.
Okay, you just said that. Well, spoiler alert. But anyways, as you know, whatever. I'm your boy, Crispy Grooves. We got Adrian Grody in the building. We got Robert Ware on his phone.
What's up? I'm making sure we're not burning and crashing still.
Yeah, we're checking it out.
Hey, good thing I don't have a computer in front of me anymore.
That's right.
Yeah.
You've been freed. You've been freed from this prison.
Indeed.
But good luck if you have to go take a piss, dude. You're not getting out of that corner, and neither am I, dude. And then of course we got Josh Jordan on the boards. You can't see him because he don't. He doesn't get a camera this time, but he's got a mic.
The ghost mic.
The ghost
mic.
You guys,
the voice of God.
Yeah, you'll hear him.
Yeah, you were telling us a very interesting story. So, I mean, we were talking about how you've been working at Punchline for a while. You've been getting up doing stand-up for about a year now and working at the club, too, the famous Sacramento Comedy Club located next to Mattress Firm on Arden and Howe. How about Arden, they call it. Who says somebody says that.
Notably, right, we brought up that both Ralph Barbosa and Sheng Wang both did 10 shows in 5 days. Yeah. And they were both incredible. And, the first time I ever did stand-up was at Golden Bear.
Yes.
And it was, humble brag, I was playing music there the same night. But it was still my first time doing stand-up, so I was pretty nervous, and I was fighting my demons. I was letting the beers roll, and I was beering it up, and the comedy went cool. And then I was, beering it up, setting up for the gig. Then it's time to play the set.
Which that's hilarious just to start with, because if you're doing stand up and like the stand up is the opening, so is you and like a couple other comics, or is it just
it's
you?
like 25.
Oh, okay.
People.
So it's like a huge like open mic almost kind of thing.
And
right.
I'm scared shitless. Like, I've literally never done it. Ever.
Right. Yeah. And then so if you bomb hella bad, then it's like, all right, welcoming back to the stage this fucking drunk asshole. Well, that's good. So the set went well, and what happened after that?
Comedy was cool. Ironically enough, in the set, I talked about wetting the bed till I was 12. Like. Yeah. See, you gotta tune in. You gotta tune in for all the content if you want that full story.
Links happening.
And so those jokes were going well. But now I have a full bladder, and I gotta play a real punk set. It's not like, let's take 5 early on
Right.
a jazz set and go to the bathroom.
Right.
And at one point, I like stand up and I'm like basically doing the potty dance on the drums.
Still
shit.
playing.
And then I'm like, okay, I gotta sit back down and play the set.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
God.
Okay, you just gotta go, bro, because we got a long way to go. You can't have a stroke.
How long was the set?
20 minutes maybe? But I have
Oh,
a
damn, son.
my shit was I didn't go before. And so when I sat back down, at one point I'm like, I'm not gonna have a stroke. I'm gonna finish the set. You gotta let it go on this stage. And you're like, yeah, you're pissing on this stage. And then of course the show ends and I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of here. I'm like tying my jacket around. And then people in the audience are like, bruh, on fire. Like when you stood up and sat back down. Like, oh shit.
No, they thought that was like just cool stage antics. They're like, that was so sick.
But then I told the band I had to come clean. I was like, that happened. And then we had another gig like right after Betty White died.
R.I.P.
It's a landmark event.
And they're like, bro, go to the bathroom, which I did. But also, it was like I was still kind of like on the stage first. Like I should have waited a little longer. And at the end of the set, I thought I could make it. Strike number 2, I'm not going to stroke out. The next bands have to deal with it.
That's crazy, dude. You would have never survived the hold your pee for a wee challenge.
Not at all.
The
And
same
that's
as
how
that
I
lady,
got
bro.
cut from that band.
The phantom pisser, dude. Okay, the fact that...
You went out in a stream of glory, okay?
All right. Okay, here I was the first time we told this story. We glanced over the fact that it was a 20-minute set, bro. I was like, you could have easily held that shit. What the fuck?
Hey, not if
I
you're...
thought you were like, it was like a 90-minute set, bro. I couldn't do anything. We were playing for 2 hours straight. 20 minutes, dude.
Hey, you said it was a punk set, bro. There's a different level of energy,
That's
bro.
true.
That piss just starts streaming, bro. It starts trying to
Jesus.
evacuate ASAP, bro. When you're hitting the... You should have just done a I mean, I guess you did do a GG Allen and just let it rip.
See, yeah.
Oops.
You should have fully exposed yourself at Golden Bear. Just pissed straight. Just piss into like a
Piss
beer
into a
bottle.
beer glass. Yeah, beer glass, beer stein.
You're like, oh, it's full. Someone give me another bottle. That would have been punk as fuck.
Nah, I've been punk if you piss in the beer stein and then drink it.
That's how you. That's how you know punk is really dead. When
Nobody's
that's
pissing in the
nobody's
jar.
pissing in it, dude.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, man. See, we got a real punk rock star here, bro. I'm happy to have it, bro. We're bringing the edge back to ZUDECAST. We've been behaving. We've been acting like a bunch of good noodles,
Yeah.
but we're...
The Edge is coming back next week. The guitarist from U2, The Edge, he's coming on the cast, and he's going to talk about how he pissed his pants in Dublin as a child. Well, wouldn't that be great if we just get every celebrity to come and like come clean about how they pissed themselves?
I think it's a story that can unite humanity.
I think so
basically.
too. Yeah. That's cool. I don't have any story that relates like that. I've never pissed myself.
I mean,
I'll do it right now. I don't
Did
give a
you
fuck.
share a segment on the shit your pants segment that we did?
No, because I never did it. I never did it, bro.
Stop the cap.
I'm really trying to think. It's not like a pride thing. If I shit my pants, I would have a story, but I just
would
don't.
tell you.
Nothing's coming to mind, so I don't know.
Shit.
Well, cool. That's a great interview segment.
Wait, and to end that off, I will say, that was, I guess it was 2022. So it was right before I turned 30, and I did not piss myself at all or on a gig.
Fuck yeah, man.
For 30. This whole
You
decade.
made it a long time. That's you know what? There's definitely been some gigs where I'm like, I'm gonna shit my pants, but I've made it.
Hey, one day you'll hit a gig where you're just like, I think I've earned it.
Man, that's crazy. Usually I can survive, the 45 and then take a little piss break, but that's truly wild. Man, this is what I love about the ZUDECAST is these stream of consciousness sort of conversations that we have. Caitlin in the chat, shout out, said all the cool people shit their pants. Well, so that's what you got to do next. You got to shit your pants at a stand-up set. You ever done that?
Oh, shit. I mean, I'm sure I've shat.
Like
But like, okay, like when you fart and then it's like, some shit comes out, man. Like I've had
You're
to
not
change
sure.
my underwear.
Okay, dude.
But honestly,
I would say that counts.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But bro, okay, like I took mushrooms and saw Killers of the Moonflower.
that sounds not fun.
It was cool. Like I already was like with my cats for like 3 hours, like laughing and crying and like. But then I took a dump right before I went into the theater.
Oh
right?
yeah, that was like the Scorsese movie that
Yeah,
came out
with-
like a year ago or
I
last year.
love like all the things. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, DiCaprio was killing it. But
DiCaprio.
But okay, so I'm literally in there and I'm like taking a long time, and then other people come and sit down and they get up, and I'm vaping, and I'm like vaping, and then like
In the stall?
theater music. And
Oh, wait,
then
no, you're
it's-
vaping in the theater? Sorry.
You know,
or
in the
bathroom?
bathroom,
Nice.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm taking
That's
shit, and then like someone with the cane, like
it
and
happens?
now I'm like,
oh no.
so now I'm realizing like, okay, I've been here for a long time. It's time to like go, right? So then I'm like wiping my ass, and I'm like dying, like I'm like, holy shit. But that's like, in essence, like I feel like, okay, why do my parents hate me? It's like they had to change all my shit, and then it's like, hey, I learned how to wipe my own ass. Like, I made it.
Cut me some slack.
That hella is like a mushrooms train of thought too. It always comes back to like, what did my parents know that I didn't? Like, and they're like, oh my god, I get them now. It's like,
You call your mom and dad, you're still on the toilet.
like, thank you for wiping my ass, mom. It means a lot. I want you to know how much I appreciate you.
One day I'll wipe your ass. That's the circle of life.
That's an
Truly.
awkward promise to make.
Yeah. That is it's an unspoken agreement
It is
that
kind
you
of
make with your family.
Yeah.
That one day you have to wipe their ass.
How was that movie though? Give
Yeah.
us a little cliff note review on that, because I heard it was good.
amazing. I mean, obviously, me being on shrooms, right? Like, I went in and I already like missed the first like killing, right? So I didn't like get the initial like somber feeling, but like. I'm literally like, oh, I'm giving Leonardo DiCaprio my $1. And then it's like the courtyard like scene, and he's like still wooing the girl, and a horse goes by, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's money. So it's like I feel like people were like looking at me like, and then because then I went to get popcorn like mid movie, and I felt like some random because someone was in my seat too, so I'm like in
man.
a different seat, and then like, but then it was really good. It got really sad, and I'm like, holy. That's what I needed.
Hell yeah. I think I remember seeing like the previews or whatever for this.
Is that
It's
like still running
just-
in theaters, or
No.
was it
And
like
the
recently?
turnaround, it was recently, but it's not there anymore.
You're
The
just-
turnaround is so fast. Like
Yeah.
Equalizer 3's on Netflix now.
You're just like,
Right.
god damn,
Yeah,
I
that's true.
love supporting high cinema, bro. High cinema. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, high cinema.
That's really good, dude.
Yeah, man, yeah. No, you know, a movie I saw on mushrooms that was horrifying was 10 Cloverfield Lane, bro.
Oh
And
my God,
we
that's
thought
amazing.
we thought it was gonna be like, oh, it's Cloverfield 2. Oh, it's gonna be like a Godzilla movie. Yeah, this is gonna
no.
be tight. And then it's just like, yeah, John Goodman's holding Ramona Flowers in his basement. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Hey,
actually
that kind of
kinda
relates.
relates.
Yeah, it kind of relates to another story we have coming up. But yeah, I was like, I literally remember looking at my friend. I was like, this is the scariest movie I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like, I was like, this is terrifying. Like,
bad.
and it's not. But when you're fucking tripping balls on mushrooms, I was like, I do not want to
That's
be
true.
locked in a basement with John Goodman. That sounds
No.
terrible. Okay, a full price stank.
He's like, over the line.
Shit, man. Woo wee.
Goodness.
But yeah, man, it's ZUDECAST 101. Made it to 100. Now we're in a whole new year, a whole new place, and we are going to get back. It's a mix of the old and a mix of the new. You know, we're getting a little bit of the interview segment. We're going back to current events, and, you know, it's groovy, man. I'm feeling good. This year kicked off with a shitload of insanity. Immediately, my friend's car got broken into on our street on New Year's Eve, so
Oh,
I was
yep.
like, oh, yep, it's that kind of year. All right, fine. But
Yeah, great way to kick things off. Yes,
Dude.
sorry that happened.
oh,
That's-
I'm
it's
sorry
a
that
real-
happened, bud.
It's a real fucking thing out here these days.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but can you grab that camera cable and just yoink it up slightly? That gray one right there, yeah. It's like gonna
oh, yeah.
fuck it up.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm
it's,
trying to get yoinked up. You feel me, bro? Shit.
Man, I'd love to be yoinked by aliens or otherwise.
Yoinked, tugged, and tackled. You feel me?
Thank you.
And not necessarily in that order.
Not necessarily in that. Yeah, there you go. Tackled, yoinked, and tugged. But yeah, man, just right off the bat, this year's been insane with all the different news stories and memes and fucking wacky ass. It's like big stuff going crazy, and there's a lot of like small, just wacky ass stories going on too. Yeah.
No, it's like you said about the car breaking and shit, dude. Like, I was playing a fucking gig in Oakland on the 30th, like day before New Year's Eve, and dude, that was the most Oakland gig of all time. But like, yeah, like that's just a constant fear when you're in the Bay Area now. You're like, because every like parking space that you park by, there is glass on the ground. You're like, someone's done this here recently.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was a month ago and they didn't fucking clean it. Nobody cleaned it.
God,
And there's just shattered fucking glass all over the street. You're like, I'm gonna like,
Bro, that's like nature in a way. It's like if you're hunting down an animal, you know what I mean? And you're like tracking them. You're like, look,
Yeah.
there's a pile of shit. They were here like yesterday at least. It's
I'm
still fresh.
saying,
Like,
right? It is exactly like that. It's like seeing a trail of blood and being like, this is a good place. But
that's crazy.
luckily, I made it in and out of Oakland unscathed. Went to a fucking dope ass spot called Bird and Buffalo. It's like Thai soul food. That shit was hella good, dude. Got the fucking. Y'all ever had larb?
No.
It's just like, I don't know, but it was like weird. It was like fried catfish, but because it was like soul food style, but it was like fried catfish, but then with just like a bunch of like weird like Asian ingredients, unknown items in it. And that shit was hella good. And then they got the fucking they got a little papaya salad. It's almost like a coleslaw in a way, but then they put little crabs on it. Like little crab arms and legs and shit, but they're
Little
just
crab
tiny. They're tiny little ones.
They got the baby ones on there?
It's like little baby crabs, but they're all soft, and you can just fucking you just crunch them up. It's really weird.
It's evil.
And then some, like these bomb ass like pork spare ribs. Anyways,
Wait, are they just small and full grown, or are they actually babies?
that's I think a crab is like like a lot of sea creatures are like that. They fit in whatever enclosure you put them in. So I think if you let that crab be free and throw it in the ocean, it can get as big as it fucking wants.
That's some
until
Harry
someone-
Potter shit, bro.
But like, if you have a goldfish and you keep a goldfish like in a small bowl, it'll be small, right? But then if you have that same goldfish and you put it in like your swimming pool, it'll die. But it'll get a little bit bigger though in the process.
Indeed.
When it's bloated. and
Hey,
dead.
a little chlorine's not too bad for you in the short term, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What the fuck was I talking about? But yeah, I made it out.
Get that.
Dude,
New Year, yeah, your gig on New
Dude,
Year's.
every fucking day of this like past couple weeks was like just insane. It's been a total fucking blur. I've like barely been paying attention to all the goings on of the world because we're all just out here doing our fucking thing, dude. I mean, yeah, you've been doing the comedy thing and music thing. Like we used to play a bunch of gigs together like pre-COVID. You remember when we played at like that Kava bar?
Yeah,
The
that was
fucking-
in Fair Oaks.
Yeah, it was like Root of Happiness or
Man,
whatever.
Do they still do music?
I don't know. I don't know if they did.
I
They
wanna
didn't
get
have a
back in the
stage or any
Kava
type of
scene.
setup, so I probably not. But that place, Kava's weird, dude. You guys ever try that shit?
I've never had
I
kava.
went to a
now.
kava bar with my
It's almost like,
older brother one time, and it kind of sucks.
It's kind of it's like a step above kratom.
Yeah.
It's like a weird like root.
I don't
that
know.
you drink. I don't know. I didn't know how to
it's
feel
like
about
It's
it.
like a step above like adding a lot of sugar to your coffee, basically.
They have like cocktails and stuff, and they were tasty because there's no booze in the building at all. You can't there's no alcohol at all. But it's just this kava shit, and I'm like, I guess you're good to drive on it. I don't know. Like I slammed like 4 kava fucking things, but that shit was tight.
It is an opioid, right? I want to
I
say.
guess I don't actually fucking know.
I don't know, because it has like a weird, like subtle, stimulating sort of thing going on to it.
We should
but
get them to sponsor this show. I think it's supposed to be more of like an up than a
Yeah,
down.
it
I
reminded
think, right?
me
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the old cocaine.
a little bit, right?
See, when you're talking about shitting your pants and cocaina. That's the closest I've ever felt to shitting my
Honestly,
pants on stage.
You guys will probably relate to this. I was in a rough space in life. I was making weird decisions going into this new year.
I've never done that.
I ordered a 14-ounce steak from Twin Peaks. And that was the horrible decision.
Off of like on DoorDash or like just like
No,
at the
I
restaurant.
went
Okay.
there. Yeah, so
Because isn't Twin Peaks just like Hooters basically?
yeah,
Like they got tits and stuff.
Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
tits and bells.
Get it?
So the
name.
food's gonna be like, all right.
Yeah.
But it's like I was in my Ruth Chris era of like just going to Ruth Chris, and it's like okay,
Yeah.
you're getting marked up, but it's like this is going to be a quality
like solid steak,
cut.
a solid corporate
Right,
steakhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, like Ruth Chris, and then I'm like, oh, $31. Fuck it. Why would I get? And I'm like, why did I eat this? And then it literally destroyed my asshole.
Yeah.
Never don't
Yeah.
get the fucking ribeye. from
I'm
Twin
just
Peaks,
now
dude.
recovering, man.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Fuck.
Yeah. Sometimes you just eat that much, that costs that much for the gratification, if nothing else. At least that's just me. I'm like, I don't fucking care if it costs
Yeah,
me all
it's
that much.
gone.
Yeah.
I just want to do it right now.
You're gonna shit it out violently later.
I'll-
Hey, here's speaking of
Inevitably.
shitting violently. Here's $1 million fucking dollar idea that whoever is listening to this can just have it for free. It's a gay steakhouse.
All right. All right. No, I'm going to stop you right
It's
there.
called Sirloins. Come on, dude.
All right.
It's like Chippendales or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they just got fucking. You got dudes, dude.
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know what to do with that idea, but I thought of it and I was like, someone needs to capitalize on this. Get out there and do it.
Okay.
Whatever you got. And report back to me. Let me know how it's going. If you have to get special licensing or something for all the butt stuff.
All right. Okay.
It's gonna get worse.
So,
we haven't even started on the news. So. Where do you want to start?
motherfucking Mickey Mouse is public domain, bro.
Yeah,
You
dude.
can fucking make an official piece of media with him
Rule 34.
Well,
doing
only,
decrepit things.
Yeah.
Only Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie.
That incarnation of Mickey Mouse.
So
they're-
vintage Rule 34.
Yeah. Well, you could do that already. That's under like probably parody law. It's like,
But you
Weird
can
Al.
make a movie. You can make make a piece of media and like make money off of it, and you're good.
Yeah, it's like the same legality as like what Weird Al does, but instead of like accordions and shit, it's like full penetration, but it's a mouse.
I wonder how many people are
It's
going
a
to
100-year-old
immediately
mouse.
just like use this to make anti-capitalist material on YouTube.
About
Just like
steamboats?
use his,
Probably.
yeah, like
just
like
make
super
like,
fast.
Well, there's already like a horror movie and like a horror
Yeah.
video game came out, and did you guys know that 5-second films is still around? I didn't know that, but they're still around. 5-second films is still around after
Who's
all this
that?
time.
I forget.
That's
Remember
so
that?
old I can't even remember, bro.
No, that's
I
like
know-
from
I know
high
the
school.
name.
Like that's like from high school, and it's literally just 5-second films. It's like 5-second. It's like TikTok before
Like Vine.
Yeah, it's like Vine before Vine. Yeah, and I was around, but they already are like making like basically like an adult cartoon with Steamboat Willie in it, and I'm like, that's honestly the route I would go. Just make like a South Park style,
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous comedy with Steamboat Willie. So I was saying, I don't know, what would you guys do with Steamboat Willie now that he's public domain?
Probably make like those bootleg like backwoods shirts,
Oh yeah,
but with Steamboat Willie.
I think he'd be good in like a Cuphead style game since
Ooh.
that's kind of the art style they're
Dude.
trying to imitate. You know,
Wait, have
Just
you
do
guys-
a new flip on that?
There actually is kind of a game like that.
Oh
Have you
yeah,
seen that
yeah,
shit?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
called
It looks
Mouse.
tight. It's
Mouse?
like a first person.
Hold
It's like
up, I'll
Doom.
pull that
Oh
up.
yes, I do.
It's called like
I do remember
Mouse
seeing that. Yeah.
video game, dude.
Yeah, that
Hold
shit
up.
looks
That
tight.
actually is like the closest thing to like Steamboat Willie, but a video game. It's like because you know how like Cuphead. You ever play that game Cuphead or like familiar with it?
I can't picture it.
It's like
I'm
like
definitely the least gamer
Just
at
fucking with
the
you.
table.
Okay,
Obviously.
okay, for sure. That's easy to do. But fucking, you know, like Cuphead was this game where it was like a side-scrolling kind of like shooter platformer game, but it has like that 1930s like very like that rubber hose animation, like that very like Betty Boop era Popeye sort of like early whatever early Looney Tunes kind of vibes. But then, dude, there's this other fucking game. Hold up. This is what I thought of when you said Steamboat Willie.
Yeah,
we can pull
you
up
pull
the,
it- yeah, pull
pull up
it
the
up.
screen.
Bobby's at webcam.
Chat. Should just
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, the generic cam link's still holding up. I'd
Yep.
love to see it.
I know. Yeah, our actual capture didn't actually work, but this actually looks sweet, dude.
I'm stoked on this right now.
Yeah.
Like, there's only gonna be more of stuff like this. I'm like, oh, dude, that's so sweet.
I feel like they could have hit it the environment harder with the same
Probably,
like
yeah.
cartoon shader. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think this is still like very early footage.
Okay.
It says it's not coming out for like a couple years.
I feel
Yeah.
it.
It looks fun though. It looks super fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like a Doom style shooter, but with like
Like fucking
super
Mickey Mouse
30s.
graphics.
Yeah,
This
And-
is so unique. I love this.
right. Well, because it is hella like Cuphead, where he's like shooting like the finger guns and stuff. That's fucking cool, man. Anyways,
Yeah, that's hip.
Yeah, I'd say, dude, that looks sick. I'd say, bro, yeah, make it official. Just start making fucking movies of the Lovecraft stories since they're public domain too.
Yeah.
But make a Mickey Mouse version, bro. That'd be hard, bro. Make them Steamboat Willie and the Call of Cthulhu, bro. That'd be tight. But yeah,
we
Yeah,
can we'll have to do a Patreon episode where we look at other Steamboat Willie material. 'Cause
Oh
I bet
my
it's
God,
out there.
man.
I bet it's out there, dude.
Man, I gotta touch on what you just said about the like Steamboat Lovecraft. I feel like something like Over the Garden Wall would be like a perfect sort of direction to go for something like that, where it's still oriented to kids, but it's like more on the spooky side, and there's a lot of that suspense going on. I don't know.
yeah, that'd be cool.
I like the horror games.
But yeah, that's a trip. I actually think that this, Steamboat Willie or being public domain is kind of like it's like a big hit at Disney because fuck them too, though. They've been ruining everything. And I think that's why everybody's going extra hard with like the mean spirited shit. There's like a fucking horror movie immediately and like everybody's
Right.
just going to fuck it up. And they were like apparently going to try to get like another copyright extension on it again. But it's like, Disney was like fucking doing all this shit. They're like fighting with everybody in Florida, all the Florida politicians and shit. So they were like, "Fuck you guys, public domain,
Dude,
rest
well,
in piss."
Disney, like, so many Disney movies have been flopping so hard lately. Like, they've been putting these huge budgets behind them, and they're just, like, tanking. Like, even a lot of the Marvel stuff, a lot of the just recent Disney stuff or Pixar stuff even, it's like, they're not doing too good. I think they finally are starting to get the message that, like, people are, like, over a lot of the fucking just woke Disney crap that they've been doing for years, but like the movies take so long to make that they're still like 4 years behind, where it's like this type of messaging or like I don't know, just like the goofy Marvel shit that they've been doing.
It's like the cheeky
It would have
fucking-
played well in 2016 or 2018 even, but like now it's like way too out of date. They missed the boat on like quirky like women power movies.
It's
you know?
like the cheeky writing with the inflated budgets. It's like
Yeah.
because then too they always say too. It's like if you try to make a movie for everybody, you're not gonna please anybody.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
written by committee type shit.
What was I gonna say though? But like, with the public domain thing, it's interesting because like all of Disney's classic movies that they're doing all these shitty remakes of now are all public domain stories. Little Mermaid, Snow White, Lion King. I think. I mean, it's basically just fucking Hamlet.
well, yeah, I guess if
they're
if
all-
it becomes public domain and it was your IP before, you have to now set the like bar pretty high
Right.
to make sure you're the one that's capitalizing.
Because I guess originally, copyrights only lasted like 14 years or something like that. So like,
Yeah.
you know, all these things, literally everything that they did, Alice in Wonderland, fucking all of it, fucking Tarzan. They were all just like books from like the 1800s or like, you know, fairy tales and shit.
I mean, they still really haven't stopped the sort of commoditizing the art aspect of it, but I mean, at least when the Marvel Cinematic Universe began, for like the first few movies, it didn't feel like that's what they were doing, just because we didn't have enough movies to show that,
Right.
okay, yeah, they're really just dumping as much money and like CGI budget as they can into these things, and
Right.
that's what we get out of it is essentially a lot of CGI, which is fine. I mean,
Well,
in
it's-
some cases.
The thing is too though is very clear they're just laundering fucking money. All these fucking big companies are just laundering money, because I just saw Godzilla -1 and they were like, this movie cost $15 million to make. And I was like, this movie's fucking great. And it looks great. It's not like it looks like shit or anything. And it looks better than a lot of fucking, the Marvel shit that's been coming out lately. And it's like, all those movies are like, $200 million, $150 million, $300 million. It's like, where the fuck is this going?
It's mostly marketing.
It's unnecessary too, because if you split the like animation labor between like 400 to 500 different animators, I don't know how many people work on these movies realistically, but it's usually shown that if you divide the labor up, it's just going to take longer and you're not going to end up with as good of a result because of the communication issues and all the weird logistics that happen from having that many people work together. Smaller studios just produce better stuff, it seems, right now. And the same thing's happening in games too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Starfield coming out, everybody was mostly dissatisfied with that. I mean, some people are still playing it like, on and off.
Yeah.
But,
well, I think one thing with like a lot of these movies that I've heard is that they've gotten very comfortable with doing like reshooting entire sections of the movie. Yeah. That's just become a normal thing because, like, I don't know, like they haven't got the plots and the scripts and everything all down from the get-go. Like, whereas a smaller company's like, we have to actually make sure that we have everything figured out and sorted out before we actually film.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. They'll like try to change the entire movie in post, basically, and then like it's just shitty because you're like Frankensteining a bunch of shit.
Or you make the actors redo a bunch of shit that they already did, and they're like, "I'm not feeling it this time."
Yeah,
like,
they don't care
they're
anymore.
not right.
It's also really difficult to find competent people to work on films these days. I feel like because there's so many self-educated people out there, like me, for example. Like everything that I know is self-educated. But I'm not like applying to these huge production jobs because I know there's so much of their like workflow that I just have never experienced, or like there's so many, things that they can do that I just simply cannot do. So I feel like finding help is really difficult. So they just hire more people.
Well,
and
imagine
throw
like,
more money at it. Like,
dude, probably the only people that are really applying to Disney are people that are already just full Disney adults that are like, I want to get a Disney job so I can work near Disneyland and go to Disneyland all the fucking time. So they probably just got all these fucking dorks and they're like, oh my god, dude, what have we created?
It's just like get a few of the dudes that are like Blender nerds just sitting in their fucking basement making animations. Those are the guys
Blender nerd? Is that like Jeffrey Dahmer? Me personally, I'm happy that Steamboat Willie is going public domain, so we can finally tell who's been on the boarding list of the fucking Steamboat.
Oh my god!
what was Mortimer up to, dude? You know what I'm talking about?
Nothing
the
good.
original Mickey Mouse was Mortimer.
Mortimer Mouse.
Yeah, because he's like kind of like a skeevy. He's like Mickey's enemy, but like he was the original mouse before Mickey, and then Disney's wife. Walt Disney's wife was like, I hate that guy. He's Mortimer. And he's like, it looks like a piece of shit.
Well, that's why he's so salty.
Pull him up real quick, bro. Yeah, let's see this fool.
Probably a good call, dude. I don't
bro.
think Mortimer Mouse would have.
Is Mortimer Mouse public domain too?
Probably.
Let's see.
Well, Mickey's rival was like 1936, but that was still like, yeah, he looks a little interesting.
Oh, he looks a little. Here, go ahead and just pull up a picture on Google Images there.
Yeah, let me just look like fucking Mortimer Mouse, dude.
Oh, bro, he's got a certain.
Oh yeah, I remember this motherfucker.
He's got a certain,
this was the original guy.
Yeah, that's not a caricature of any type of group of people at all.
I don't think so at all, dude.
I don't like it.
Fuck that fool. Yeah.
Anyways,
why is he always sticking that thing out?
I know,
bro?
dude.
Like,
he's sticking out his yacht for the Rizzler, dude.
Damn.
Ew, yeah. Shiloh says ew. Yeah, fuck that fool, bro.
Yeah,
bro. That reminds me of that mouse I accidentally
Mr.
killed,
Steal
bro.
Your Girl, bro.
The fucking dude. Oh yeah, he's Mr. Steal Your Girl. Pull it up, bro. Damn, Mickey getting cucked, bro. Dude, she's for the streets, bro. What a fucking
Mortimer is the gay best friend. and Mickey's like toxic. Yeah. And they have the same initials. It's like, no, I'm MN, motherfucker.
Right.
Dude, he looks pissed, bro. Look at that. Dude, what a thought. Look at this. She's like, what? You got a problem?
But I love
We're
that
just
it's like
dancing.
he has human eyes and then they don't.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know. Why is
He's
he
just
has like
That's hella true.
he has human skin color, bro?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the
That's
hell?
crazy.
Dude, he's got that fucking thing on him. Man,
He's
you know
like
what
a
I'm saying?
naked mole rat or some
Fucking
shit.
sign this boy up more, get sirloins, dude.
Oh my god. Jesus
It's
Christ.
like a slutty Chuck E. Cheese.
Even he has his ears in like a ponytail.
Oh my god. Fuck Disney.
Well, see,
though.
then here's the early Mickey Mouse. Look at this fucking. He's got like people eyes
Cracked
for a second.
out, though.
Absolutely cracked out. Anyways, hey, you know what's in like the early Mickey Mouse cartoons? He's just like abusing animals too. he's like squeezing a duck's neck or whatever, like making it make sounds. He's like playing animals like instruments.
Yeah.
It's really weird because he's a mouse. That's just one thing that's just never been addressed in any Disney thing ever. Like,
There's got to be some sort of like nuclear sort of event in his past, right? Like,
that's right. Yeah, that's
Like-
true. It's I mean, that was pre-nuke though.
it
was like the
pretty nuke,
30s.
Yeah. He's yeah.
So wait, does that mean it was? Wait, was Steamboat Willie 100 years ago?
I think so.
Was it?
Well, because
was it
Disney
20?
just had its 100-year anniversary. Yeah, that's what they had that shitty
Wow.
movie Wish about, and everybody's calling that movie out because they think it was written by AI.
yeah,
Yeah, there's like a lot of like speculation about that because they're like, "What the fuck is this script, bro? This is terrible."
that's
Yeah, but
I saw this reel earlier yesterday. I want to say of a screenwriter who's won a bunch of Emmys or whatever, saying he straight up just buys like How to Write a Screenplay for Dummies and just starts mad-libbing the thing and just putting in, fill in the blanks type deal. And I'm like, you're winning Emmys off of scripts that basically are just piecemealed together off of somebody else's material.
It's
And
crazy,
That's the state of what we've got today, and it's
Did you
disheartening.
see? Did you guys see that clip from fucking the Golden Globes with Jim Gaffigan?
no,
Dude,
don't know
okay,
about
hold on. Let me find this real quick. But
I just want to say while you're pulling that up, I fucking hate Jim Gaffigan, bro. I think that fool's one of the wackest fucking comedians I've ever
Damn.
fucking heard. And I literally remember these guys trying to show me it when I was a kid or a Christian or some of our other friends, and I'm just like it's like Homelander where he's just sitting there like in the audience like not reacting at all because I'm like, where's the funny? This fool's forgetting the funny. This shit's whack. Hot pocket.
Yeah.
Like,
What would you say to Jim
Never have a
if
hot
he was
pocket.
in the other room right now?
suck my dick.
when he pops it open, it's Jim Gaffigan. He's got a fucking hot pocket.
Dude, yeah.
You think Jim Gaffigan's ever like done anything with a hot pocket? Like, you know what I'm
Dude.
saying? Like,
I mean,
ever
haven't
been
we
to-
all?
has he ever? You ever been to home base with a hot pocket?
The hot pocket?
Yeah.
No,
Dude,
that's too much red sauce for me.
Yeah, that's true. That's a little acidic.
A little bit.
You don't. But here's fucking Jim Gaffigan at the Golden Globes trying to do his best Ricky Gervais. Because if you guys remember, a couple of years ago, Ricky Gervais was like calling everybody out at the Golden Globes, calling everybody pedos. PDF files, as they call them now.
yeah, gotta be careful not to get kicked off of the tubules.
Oh, that's okay. Wait, hold up. This is super quiet.
Hey Josh, can you pull up voice meter system tray at the bottom very right of the screen? Yeah, little arrow there. Double click the red voice meter icon there. Yeah, and that first channel on the far left, just double click it, and it should put it to 0. Cool. Yeah.
There we go. Bro,
Is that it?
that was the only clip.
Dude,
yeah.
that's the only thing he's got, bro.
That was all he
Dude,
got, yeah.
All right.
Oh, shit.
dude, let me just fucking say, bro, too, Jim Gaffigan's not funny. So it's like, it's not going to work like Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais is funny. His whole fucking comedy career is just cutting through the fucking core of whatever he's talking about. And so it's like, and whereas Jim Gaffigan's, his whole fucking thing is just like barely saying anything about anything. And it's just
Right.
like, go
well,
fuck
I think
yourself,
that's why
bro.
I
Like-
think that was why he was so successful. That hour that he did in like 2007 or whatever that had the hot pocket bit,
Yeah.
right? Diarrhea pocket. It was like where it was like very still pretty family friendly. Like I watched that with my family. I didn't watch Louis C.K. or Dave Chappelle.
That's the thing. I was
or
already
whatever with
watching
my
Chappelle.
family.
Already been watching Chappelle's show at that
Well,
point.
I mean, I was watching that too, but like I didn't watch that with my parents. I would watch that like I'd be go to the friend's house and then we'd be like, let's pull up the fucking Louis C.K.'s got some choice words. But then Jim Gaffigan was like okay to watch with like mom and dad. So I think that's why he had so much success. And it was like okay, like it wasn't like the greatest thing ever, but it was just like a sort of like no, I was gonna say like Brian Regan, but Brian Regan's way funnier than Jim Gaffigan. And I didn't have anything against the guy, but like just over the years, his podcast appearances have been very like Jim Gaffigan just is the type of guy that his wife tells him what he thinks on everything. That's kind of the vibe that I get, where it's like his wife is like, this is what you think about Trump. This is what you think about COVID. This is what, like, where it's just like, he just kind of downloads whatever's like the acceptable thing. And that's why he's just irrelevant these days.
Yeah.
I don't like hate the guy, but dude, the last time he was on Rogan, he was having a full like Trump meltdown, bro.
Well, it's kind of interesting because of the major shift that has happened in the comedy scene, like since cancel culture became a thing, right? Like once people started getting canceled, most comedy just became even edgier, like as a baseline, right? So I don't know. Maybe there's just no place for that kind of stuff anymore.
How do you feel about Jim Gaffigan, Eugene?
I don't have an opinion on Jim Gaffigan like that. Like, right? I feel like if you're gonna be a clean, right? I'm still like new in the game, right? I'm like a 2-year-old baby, and it's like, yeah, I might like say a curse word every other word, but it's like more like intent of like a vibe. It's like okay, I don't have to like talk any certain way, but kind of along those like I feel like cancel culture isn't like real in that sense, right? Like Dave just watched his special. He dropped his special like New Year's Eve, and it's like reiterating that it's like this is my platform to say whatever. Like critics will like have a narrative, but it's not gonna affect like the actual product. And I thought it was interesting how like I didn't see Dave and Chris when they were in Golden One, but it's like thinking that it's like okay, all these arena tours they're locking up the phones, and they're Bill Burr, they're all saying this crazy shit, and it's like you can't clip me,
right? That's I saw like Tony Hinchcliffe too recently, and he did the same thing with the Yonder bags where they make you put your phone away, which is good. Yeah, he was saying some shit. And
then, right, so it's like that's a great thing to do to be able to lock up phones because really anybody could do it with Ticketmaster. But then it's like if you still have to kind of water it down for like a special,
right? Like
Matt Rife, right? It's like he's not actually canceled. Like he fucking made hella money at Memorial Auditorium.
Right. Yeah, no, because dude, what's the fucking deal with Matt? I don't know if you have any thoughts on Matt Rife. I don't know if you guys have been plugged in.
I'm not really like I know who he is. I don't really know why he is being discussed at all. I mean,
well, he's like just blew up so hard, almost like just because he has like a lot of good crowd work sort of clips that blew up super hard on TikTok, and he's also just like it's like weird. It's like he's like the hot guy comedian, which is like rare. Yeah. There's not that many. The last one was like Dane Cook. And like you know what I mean? Like there's not that many like
that's a crazy gap. This is weird.
Well,
now
like, I'm trying to think of like another
comics.
I'm trying to think of another example of like a guy comic that was like chicks would like
traditionally good looking.
Like chicks would buy tickets to the show to see him like just because they think he's hot, like not because he's funny.
Yeah, he does look like he should be in like a boy band or something like that. You know what I mean?
Because whatever, it's like I saw like Mark Norman recently, and he's a good looking guy, but it's not like the same level of like TikTok fucking like chicks are like horny for Matt Rife like crazy.
Yeah,
and it's like I almost feel bad because it's like I don't think that's even what he was trying to go for. He just like fucking happens to have a very strong jawline, and he got fucking veneers at like age 33. Look up a picture of Matt Rife before he got veneers. That's just wild.
Not his fault.
But yeah, I mean, he's trying to be a comedic sex symbol, and
Yeah.
it's like, right. It's I met someone who saw him in Sacramento recently, and she was like, oh, I brought my daughter to like see him, and he was so nice, and took a picture with her.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, you kind of have to form. You realize it's like, okay, I'm getting this fan base, and I'm like going to be this like comedic sex symbol. You gotta compartmentalize of where it's like you're gonna present a certain way, and it's like that's why I feel like him getting canceled. They're like, oh, wife beater jokes, what is this, like on the special? And then he's like, oh, you guys are all, handicapped.
Right. Yeah. No. Because what did he do? Like he made some. It was like some.
He posted a helmet. And he was like, if you guys are butthurt, this is what you need, or whatever.
Right. Yeah. It was like it's like view this link to click my official apology or whatever,
Yeah,
and then
like,
it links to like one of those like special helmets.
I feel like that's all more of like an optic. Like it doesn't actually affect like standing in the field, but it's like, okay, either come with me, rise up to the standard, or just be like a casual fan.
I think he's trying to lose some of those fans.
He's like, if you're not down, you can leave.
Right.
But I will say, like, I feel like he was doing like the all def digital roasts, and shit, and then wilding out. Like he's
he
done
was on TV
a lot of
before
stuff, and
that,
I like how at the end of his special, because I'm like late to all of that. Like I don't rush to people's specials, but he like drops the mic. He's like, yeah, but I only do crowd work.
Oh,
and it's like, like hate it or love it. It's like,
that's
a whole separate, because I didn't really have that thought that I was trailing off on. But Hassan Minhaj did 2 nights in SAC, and that was super fire. And then after he had left, then there's like rumblings of other comics trying to cancel him, really, or trying to like amplify the buzz of
that was like a while ago.
hey.
What happened with him?
So they're like, his last special was like King's Gesture. It was super old before he came here to like just do some underground stuff.
Right.
And I hadn't seen it, and I was like, I have to watch it before he comes. And I literally like almost shed a tear at the end. And it's like, oh, okay, why did I shed a tear? Oh, it got really dramatic before he like releases the tension. And then I guess it came out that it was like a lie, where it's like he lied about
he's like making
his
shit
son having fake anthrax on him, right? And what's crazy is like obviously Hassan Minhaj is not canceled.
Right.
He's a fucking goat.
Yeah.
But it was weird that it's like, well, then when you're like trying to form, seeing like where they're at in their career, and it's like you can't control what someone's doing on stage and how they like create a story, like that's like the only.
It's also
lie.
like newsflash, comedians make shit up for the bit all the time.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That was my whole thing with that situation. I'm like, oh, a creative of any kind fucking lied,
right?
Like the fuck, like I think too. It's like being canceled or whatever. It's like really just like very situational as to like it's either like a problem with like your audience, like with the Matt Rife thing or whatever, or I mean, it feels like something like that. That almost feels like artificial, like constructed outrage or something.
And I feel like that's something where it's like even deciding to do that and deciding like when you're already godfathered into Netflix like that,
right?
It's like Netflix prioritizes comedy.
Yeah.
And then so it's like the whole arc of it's like, okay, yeah, fake. But like obviously that's going to come out. Like you didn't go to the hospital.
Right.
But
Damn.
it's like, yeah, it's that evil genius of like, it's like, I don't think, like, Louis C.K. Now I'm rambling. But
No. I mean, that's crazy though, because yeah, if you were getting all like emotionally riled up and then you feel like, oh, what this shit was all just like made up for like, it's like, it just depends on the intent. Like, was it made up for sympathy points, or like was it made up just to sell the bit, like to make the punchline
to sell the bit, right? Because the whole thing was his Netflix show got canceled because of Saudi Arabia.
Oh, really?
Right? He had like a Netflix. It was called Patriot Act.
Oh right, yeah, I remember like seeing something about that. It
So
was like
more like
it was like a
Tosh point oh in the way
was
where
like a Daily Show
but they
type
did
of
it
thing.
live sometime. Yeah,
Yeah.
before he got the Daily Show.
right.
So it was like it was literally he was going hard in the paint. Saudi Arabia banned it from Netflix, and then eventually got canceled.
Wow.
And then so it was like using that arc of like, okay, you're going hard on the humanitarian tip,
Right.
And like it's gonna blow back on our family.
Dude, well that's crazy. Well,
That's tough.
the shit with Saudi Arabia, like, you know, like during like Pride Month or whatever, all these companies change their logos, like their profile pictures on Twitter or on Instagram or whatever. They'll like change, you know, like you'll see like Ubisoft or whatever. It'll be like rainbowed out for a month or whatever. All these companies are
And
like
not for Rainbow Six
doing
Siege.
their like little virtue signal like Pride Month thing. And so it's like you look at all of them because all these giant corporations have like multiple pages for different regions. So it'll be like the US, UK, Australia, Europe, you know, what it'll be all these different things. And then it's like, oh, look, Saudi Arabia. Huh, that's weird. They didn't do it all rainbow for the Saudi Arabia page or whatever. Like, because they just know like it's all just to fucking, you know, make themselves look good. But they're like, yeah, they're not gonna do it for Saudi Arabia because there's actually might be like consequences.
Yeah, yeah.
they're like they're scared. So that's the thing. Ultimately, if Saudi Arabia is like, I don't fuck with that, then Netflix actually feels some pressure where it's like, damn, why do we care what Saudi Arabia thinks about? Oh, because of all the oil, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Fucking speaking of, no, I don't have a segue actually.
what do we?
Dude. Well, okay, but we were talking about with the Jim Gaffigan thing. The whole thing he was talking about is, you know, he was trying to do his
take
yeah.
on the
He didn't
on the island.
right? He didn't
the
really
Island Boys.
mention Epstein at all. Well, because like if you guys,
Yeah.
you know the Ricky Gervais bit I'm talking about from like a couple years ago at the Golden Globes. He was like going off. He was going off, like talking all this shit. He's like, "You Tom Hanks or whatever," like really like going off. Basically, just call them all a bunch of pedos or whatever. And that was like, so I feel like Jim Gaffigan was trying to channel that to sort of like correct
Like,
his.
could I see like 30 seconds of
Yeah,
that?
yeah, we
Yeah.
can't do
Oh,
it.
that's
I can't
that's
even
classic.
picture
Yeah,
it.
he went off Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
That was like a whole thing. But you know, all this other shit's
It was
coming out,
long,
and
but,
it's becoming safe to talk about a lot of this stuff with the Epstein stuff and like the, you know, calling people out on like human trafficking and stuff and all these allegations that have been around for a long time. It's now safe to fucking do it. So yeah, and fucking Jim Gaffigan's gonna try to come out and be edgy about it. And it's like, go fuck yourself, dude. Like you fucking suck. First of all,
I don't know.
Second of all,
Ricky Gervais was like the first person inside of Hollywood to like do that.
That's what I'm
of
saying,
like a large
dude.
crowd of people,
Wh-
right?
When it's not okay
Yeah.
to talk about and you go out dick on the table like that, like it's like way more important and way more. Yeah, pull the clip up real quick.
yeah. It's like a long clip, but I think he gets into it pretty quick.
Yeah, from 3 years ago now. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it says it's not playing the audio on the clip.
Oh, it's not?
I guess now.
No.
All right.
Oh, but I get the gist.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
either,
but
now I
either way,
remember
you
who
can already
does
tell the way
this.
he's talking. He just doesn't give a. He
Yeah,
just didn't
he's
give a
like-
fuck.
he
He
goes
goes
on
on
all
everybody
in.
out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a long clip, but like he talks a lot of shit. You know, it's it was a pretty legendary moment. I don't know if we got any luck with the audio, but
Yeah, fuck it.
okay, never mind.
We're not gonna need it for the other stories.
That's
right?
okay.
No.
But basically, you know, Hollywood's been fucking squirming very hard about all this, like the Epstein list, all this stuff that's been going live. And I know a lot of people have been confused. They're like, why is this person on the list? Why is it? Because I guess the deal with this Epstein list that's been going out is like basically just anyone who was mentioned in a court case. So it's like an actual like legal document. It's like it's not like a made up fucking list at this point.
Yeah.
But it's like someone who might have just been mentioned like under oath, basically.
There was a whole thing too where they were like George Lucas's name appeared in it, and I was like, "Fuck!" And then I looked, and they were like, "Did you ever see George Lucas on the island?" They're like, "No." Like, so it's like, some of it is a little bit blurry.
It doesn't mean they went to the island. It just means that they were mentioned.
I'll also say it's pretty fucking frustrating. I've been trying to find the bitches to read them myself, the documents, because a lot of people are like, I'm not reading 100 pages. I don't give a fuck. I'll look through it.
Yeah.
I'll cruise through it. And they're making it hard to find them. I haven't been able to find them.
For
it's
anybody
tough, and
that
I'm pretty
wants
good at
to
researching
know,
stuff.
you open the file and you hit Control F on your keyboard, and then you just type whatever the fuck you want, and you will find it in like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
So,
search functions.
do your own research.
People are fucking lazy too, bro. So I mean, everybody's literally just waiting for the names to come out on social media. And don't get me wrong, it's been funny. Obviously, of course, the banger that everybody's been dying off of is that Stephen Hawking is fucking heavily mentioned.
Yeah,
and
which we already knew, but it's just extra funny now.
It makes a very
It's not
unfortunate amount of sense, actually.
Dude.
It's not funny, but it's like I think they're playing that one up because like that's the most like it is. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny.
No,
but
it's
the most shocking, and people laugh as a response to being shocked, and so people are joking about it.
It's not the only destruction of character of an icon that we have on the show today
Right.
either.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god! No, it's the end of ironic icons. That's what I've said this year.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's like
no
you were
more.
saying earlier, like whatever, they're just gonna throw the crippled dead guy under a bus. Like,
yeah,
whatever.
throw the fucking crippled dead guy
To
on the
distract you from the very still alive and very still in power people that are also all over this list.
people being slammed on the list too.
Dude.
You know what I mean? Too. There's like the clip of fucking Bill Clinton where they're like, "Bill, how do you feel about the allegations?" And he's just like,
Oh my god, dude, hold up.
Yeah,
I gotta
pull
fucking
that
pull
up.
that shit
It's
up in a
fucking
second.
evil motherfucker, bro. He's already an evil piece of shit. First of all, if you're a president,
pair
the
of
U.S. president, oh my god,
Oh!
dude, pull this up.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no.
Viper the rapper, he's innocent? Oh,
No,
hold
he's
up.
not innocent. This is a fucking somebody
That's
else
right
runs
from
his
his page,
fucking
dude.
page. No, somebody else runs his fucking page and
We'll
is
get
doing
back-
this
we'll
shit
go-
from. He's
that's a spoiler,
arrested.
that's a
No,
spoiler.
might as well just talk about it
I
real
saw
quick.
that
It's
that
not gonna
was on the
take.
list,
Hey, that's
yeah.
dirt, bro.
It's not gonna take. It's
Viper
not gonna
was on
take
the
that long to
list.
go over, bro. Viper, creator of Y'all Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack.
Are you familiar with Viper the rapper?
No.
Oh man.
Wait,
Well,
I-
I don't
Okay,
I don't want to play the clip and we can't, but
We're not plugging his music.
No,
sorry.
we're not. No, we're not. But for a long time, he was a shitty internet rap legend who made infamously bad music, and he was just kind of a meme for a long time. This motherfucker kidnapped someone and was hiding them in his house for like 5 years and making them smoke crack. And the fucking it's fucked up, bro.
And do other
Other not okay things, yeah. And
What
what's
state
fucked
was
up?
he living in?
This is Houston.
Houston,
Damn.
of course,
Yeah, Houston, Texas.
H-Town.
Yep.
dude.
Yeah.
Fucking it's
What
so.
the, how the fucking mighty have fallen.
And
We
thi-
really respected that guy.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, who could have guessed that a guy, it's pretty fucking, I will say it's pretty ballsy to make a song called "You'll Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack."
Yes.
Like putting the onus on you.
Yeah.
Like
The apostrophe
you suck
just-
because you don't do crack. I do crack and I'm great. I'm Viper the rapper. You don't even fucking smoke crack, so don't even fucking talk to me about it.
But why did he use the bad? It's like the contraction is y'all, bro. It's the same thing as
It
you
is
all.
spelled weird.
He just
It's you.
I think-
you
I-
apostrophe LL cowards.
I think
Yeah.
what he's saying is
it's whack.
you all cowards, like you're all cowards, like don't even
Sure.
smoke crack. But anyways, the point is he's a fucking doing a 10 Cloverfield Lane on someone,
Yeah,
bro.
straight up.
And I'm like, fuck you, bro.
worse than that.
Yeah, it's-
Minus the aliens, but worse than that.
bro, fuck that fool, bro. And the thing is, it's just,
It's-
dude, because it's one of those things where it's like, whatever. It's just like, hey, he's a fucking crackhead. But there's plenty of crackheads that don't bug anybody. They're crackheads. They're fucking crazy. They're a menace. But like, they're kind of, there's people that just mind their
Right.
business.
He's
and
given a
live their
bad name.
life. for
He's given a
long
bad name to other crackheads.
He really is, which is fucking saying something, bro. Like,
But for a long time, his status on the internet was, I think, the entire internet recognizing that he makes bad music and he doesn't understand that he makes bad music. So they're just wholesomely supporting a delusional artist just to
Love that. Much like the
Yeah.
Zudecast.
I'm like,
fans.
yeah,
Everyone in
love
the
you
chat.
guys. Bass, by the way. Yeah, it takes one to recognize one. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they're just trying to like lift him up. But now, all that like energy and goodwill is just like wasted, bro.
Well, and
That
it's
fucking sucks to me.
it does suck because it's like, you know, we've been listening to that's been like a running joke since
Yeah.
like fucking
High
high
school.
school. Like
Yeah.
since high school. It is you know, something we laughed at, threw it around at each other, you know what I mean, made it a joke, and it's like you find out. I mean, again, it's like, I mean, I guess it's why is it shocking? I mean, it shouldn't be, I guess, but it's just really bad. It's just really dark.
I know,
you
dude. I can't believe I bought the fucking deluxe collector's edition 180 millimeter.
Nah,
vinyl,
I know you
collection.
didn't because nobody who bought one of those ever got them either.
Oh,
That's
really?
another thing too.
Oh, he
Yeah,
actually made the limited edition.
Wow.
Well, he's a fucking scammer, so
Wow.
he'd scam people out of their money. Also, too, by the way, I'll say it. I don't give a fuck, bro. Lil B's a fucking scammer too.
Ooh.
And I'll say it. I don't give a fuck, bro. I mean, yeah, it's my teenage years. Yeah, another delusional artist. You know, whatever. He did a lot more for music, I'd say. At least, you know, Viper's fucking mentally. You know, his music's really bad. At least Lil B's enjoyable. I saw him
Right.
live. He puts on a good show. But apparently, Lil B's a little fucking scam artist too. Surprise, surprise. You know, all these fools. That's what I'm saying. It's the death of ironic icons, bro. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no like irony anymore. Like these fools. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not giving anybody the benefit of the doubt so much anymore. Which I
benefit
mean,
of the
whatever.
clout.
The benefit of the clout that comes with being, you know, a fucking dumbass and being incompetent and incompetent creative. I guess.
A little,
I don't
little
know.
reciprocity goes a long way. That's all I gotta say.
And here's the thing, Viper. Let me pull up a picture of Viper. Like
Pull up his mug
Here's
shot,
the-
bro.
Yeah,
here's
pull up his
fucking
mug
mug
shot, bro.
this guy, doing crack, making very poor rap music, still managed to kidnap one woman for 5 years.
Not only did he
has
kidnap her
absolutely
one time,
he has no resources to do this.
he kidnapped her multiple times
Wow.
consecutively.
No, what's happened-
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so like he would, you know, he would kidnap her one time and she'd get out and one of the neighbors would be like, man, she looks fucked up. I'm going to take her to the hospital. Or he would drop her off at the hospital and she would make her way down the street and he would just be lurking and swoop her back up and re-kidnap her.
Well,
What
another
the
no.
fuck?
The thing is another time too. Apparently, the police released her. The hospital released her to him, and that's just police being
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
incompetent too. You know, you
That's
want to talk
bad.
about fuck the police, bro.
is
The
like
police
some
are
Dahmer
fucking.
shit.
It is like Dahmer. It's just like
Damn.
fucking Dahmer, bro. And this shit fucking really bugged me because I literally knew someone this shit happened to, bro. My fucking friend's best friend got fucking kidnapped by a drug dealer and shit, and it's fucked up. So I'm like, fuck this fool Viper, bro. Straight wood chipper, bro. For real, like for real, dude. Like
Yeah.
fuck this fool. And so, you know, it's a little bit sad just because again, it makes all the hindsight, you know, is just way like, ugh, feels so gross. But for real, rest in piss, Viper. I hope
Yeah.
you go to a freaking R-word jail where you will proceed to have crack smoked out of your anus. Wow, talking like that.
Man.
That kind of jail. Speaking of that kind of jail, double whammies, bro. Y'all see the video of that guy that jumped over the desk at
Yes.
the judge, bro?
Yes.
Yeah, pull that shit
Okay,
up
yeah,
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the deal with this? What's
Oh,
going
and
on?
can we like see like the long version or the fact that obviously the jump is amazing, but the fact that right he's beating up the judge for like a really long time.
Oh, this story. Okay, yeah. I haven't seen anything.
I
I
haven't
haven't seen the
Video
full
now.
video, but yeah,
I
let's,
haven't
yeah.
seen any video.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah, this is
here.
from like 4 days ago. Oh,
yeah, I wish to proceed.
Ooh. Yeah, this stream is marked for
Whatever, it's
not
for adults.
children.
oh, we got no coward. We got no.
There's
audio.
no
That's okay.
audio.
There's subtitles at least.
First of all, can you press pause real quick?
Yeah.
Who wears a fucking Biggie Smalls sweater into fucking court, bro? Your ass
Bro.
is going to jail if you do that, bro. That's rule number one.
I know,
Are you fucking
dude.
kidding me,
It's
bro?
a true fan.
Let's
Bro,
see
people are
the fucking.
stupid. Look at the lawyer too. The
let's
lawyer's
look
just
at
like,
his-
fuck.
Look at his fucking
His
public
lawyer's
defense. You
starting to
can't.
back up. He's like, this
Yeah,
guy's
he's-
about to jump.
He's like, I'm not in the same shot.
He's
as
like,
this
yeah,
guy."
he doesn't even want to be in the same shot as him, bro.
And he
Hey.
says, I never give up, and I'm trying to do the right thing. He's like trying to, trying to plead his case, and it's not going well for him. A defendant in a felony battery case charged a Nevada judge. So, because he's been arrested, I guess, like several times
Yeah,
before, and she was like, "No, like fuck you, you're going to jail."
Wait, didn't he like beat the fuck out of her
Oh
one
my
time
God,
before?
dude. Bro, That's crazy. He straight fucking jumped that shit.
Man.
Well, it's like,
He
how
said-
was he not like?
Said, nah, fuck that shit. Make it double. Double or nothing.
Man.
What did he think this would accomplish?
Oh yeah, look at that, bro. They fucking let him have it.
Yo.
They're beating his ass, bro.
Oh my god.
Good.
Yeah. What the fuck, dude? Jesus Christ, bro.
Bro.
That's how you make a judge not impartial anymore.
Yeah, well, no, and then so he's going back to court, and it's the same judge is about to sentence him again, bro. So he's about to be chilling with Viper soon, bro.
Man. Maybe
So-
they'll become fast friends, you know?
Shit. Yeah,
What do we got next?
yeah. So that was wild,
Hold
bro.
on, let me pull up the picture of.
Oh, I know, bro. They're giving him the Hannibal Lecter treatment now, bro. He fucked up.
Yeah. No, they gave him the straight. Where'd it go, dude? Oh fuck! All right, give him a sec.
Okay.
Maybe the bappity beep.
Yeah, here he is now.
Yeah, they're giving him the Hannibal Lecter treatment, bro.
Nice.
He's got the fucking foam fingers on, bro. He can't do shit.
Oh yeah,
fucking
Ritual
crazy.
just says too. Did you see he went back to court? Looked like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's straight up, dude. Straight up.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's a
That's
hilarious
crazy.
shot. It is a hilarious
so
shot,
insane.
bro. It is comical. Yeah. It
But-
looks like he didn't even really get his in either, bro. Like it's not
No.
like he fucking did nothing. She got right back up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
and then he got
she
his
was
ass
fine.
beat, and now he's about to go to like jail. I mean, he was already going to jail, but
prison.
yeah, no, they're not fucking around with that. Because now it's like whatever you did, but it's like don't forget, it's like if you do, they aren't normal people. People who fucking work in the legal apparatus, if you do anything to them, it is worse. Like it is
Yeah.
worse punishment. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Always trying to do right, he said.
So, dude, I mean, but the thing with the Viper, it's really just haunting because if one very like just moderately internet famous, I think he's probably disabled in some way.
Yeah, maybe like a learning disability or
I
something.
think, and if he, a crackhead, can successfully kidnap a woman for 5 years, more or less, with no talent, no skills, imagine
Hey, crackhead powers can't be overestimated.
Just crack strength.
just crack strength. That's which,
Powers.
to be fair, is a lot. It doesn't compare to the adrenochrome strength that our elected officials have, but but when that's just one man.
Yeah.
So if one man wants to get away with horrible things, that's how far he got.
Yeah.
A very unlikely, you wouldn't. Well, no, I guess you would expect it of. I mean, I guess
I don't know.
looking
Yeah,
back,
here's the
how do
thing.
we
I don't-
see the signs, dude?
Well,
how do we
there's
not
that
see the
picture.
signs?
There's that one picture where he's like the woman I kidnapped is right here. Have you seen
Yeah,
that?
wasn't that like a
It's
cover
like an
of a
album
song?
cover, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull it here, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. Here, don't
Yeah.
don't pull here, yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's really
probably
fucked
hard
up.
it's
to
like
find,
that
dude.
one metal band where
Yep.
the fucking like one of the members
It's the
killed,
first
like,
picture.
the singer of the band and like cut his head off and did all sorts of some
Oh,
crazy
Mayhem?
stuff. Mayhem, yeah.
Well, it was their original singer shot himself in the face and killed himself, and then they took a picture of it and used it as their album
Okay,
cover. So
yeah.
yeah, it's not quite. But then the other lead singer killed the guitarist.
Yeah.
And he did all that. Yeah, he like cut his
That's
head
a
off and
fucking
shit.
wild story.
Yeah.
Dude. Those some fucking white boys on some shit.
Those
dude.
are
most
that's
cursed
some
band on
fucking-
earth,
Yeah,
bro.
that's some
Yeah.
white boy fuckery, bro. I'm sorry,
That
dude.
is pretty metal, though.
It's metal, but I'm like, you guys are gay. Like, you guys are fucking gay.
It was a crime of passion.
That's homoerotic, bro. Killing your homie, bro. That's gay.
It's pretty bad. Oh man. All right, what do we got?
So
Yeah, pull
this
up-
was the actual
This was an
album?
actual Viper official album, yeah. So that's pretty fucking bad. I
What
guess
the fuck?
High Tide is fucking 2020,
The signs were there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. This is a dark episode.
Dude, so let's just get worse with it. So yeah, like this is what one crackhead do. Imagine what an entire network of powerful Hollywood people can do when they get a whole fucking little St. James Island to themselves. They got fucking Stephen Hawking. They got everybody, dude. You know that guy, like the science dude, Eric Weinstein or whatever?
I mean,
He got invited to the island.
How much do we actually know about Stephen Hawking, though?
What do you mean? I can
Okay,
tell you
so-
anything.
Probably, okay, he's trapped in a body that he can't really move, right?
Oh my god.
So obviously, very horny. He can't jerk it. Makes sense that he would need, something in his life. But, however, it's not like he has actual capability to do anything to anybody. Like,
But it's
you know what I'm saying?
But it's his power dynamic.
But could it have just been blackmail? Like, I don't know how much we know about this really. Like, could he have just been coerced into it? It's not like he
I
can
thought-
do much just sitting there in his chair. He's like, no, please stop. No,
Oh,
I do not
I
consent.
didn't know he was into black guys.
What?
You said, is it just blackmail?
Oh my god. I hate you.
Bring him over here.
Oh my God.
I like.
But so there was a fucking headline that came out that said that Stephen Hawking. There was, I don't know, some of these, who fucking knows what's real anymore? But that's our motto of the ZUDECAST is just open your mouth and say untrue things. Just let it fucking rip. But apparently, what was the deal with he was
Apparently they were saying that he. I don't think this is true, by the way. I think this is very untrue. But
I
they were
saw
saying-
Donald Trump Jr. post it, so
They were saying
what
that
I'm
he used to like watching naked midgets solve equations on a chalkboard that was too tall. And so,
So
which
they'd
I'm
have
like,
to jump up.
fucking
But also,
hilarious,
when they
dog.
say, when it's midgets, I feel like that's a little bit more wholesome. But I don't think they mean midgets. I think midgets is a code word.
oh my god. But anyways, yeah,
Unfortunately.
it's fucking. It's
If
like
it was
a-
adult consenting midgets and they're like,
I
sure,
think-
I'll fucking do some quadratic formula for you if that's what gets you off.
well, either way, I
Dude.
mean, it's just a
But I said, dude, I literally saw that. I saw Don Jr. post that, and then it was like a multi-slide thing on Instagram. And on the second one, it said like, if you get molested by Stephen Hawking, it's your fault.
Oh no!
I was like, no way, dude. That's I mean,
Hey,
but,
how fast can that fucking wheelchair go?
dude.
bro, you
well,
got the turbo boost in there, bro. Come on, he's got money.
There's
He's
just
got money.
there's a force field around the island where he's like,
He's a
finally I can move again.
All they gotta do is put a dog collar on him, bro. Straight up.
Well, hey man, he's
if he
got
was
he's
faking it?
He's fucking pounding adrenochrome shots, bro. He's just like knock him back, and
But the
Yeah.
fact that Epstein Island was like ADA compliant too, like they lit him, or did he have like a 4-wheeler, like a sand crawler wheelchair? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
man,
a
you got
heavy
the dune
with
buggy
like
variant?
with like the tank treads on it. You know what I'm saying? But
okay.
it's just fucking crazy because I mean, but this is why there's so many people that are on the list, right?
Yeah.
Just because you're on the list doesn't mean anything. But that's how they fucking. I think that was part of the whole blackmail scheme. This is how you get them in. You're like, yeah, do you want to go to this fancy party? They would start out going to just like Epstein's personal house in New York,
Right.
or whatever. It's in like Manhattan. Like even I saw Lewis Black was talking about that. How like he like was there like at a party, like he would just constantly have like influential famous people over all the time, comedians, scientists, whatever. Dang. And then eventually you get far enough and he's like, but do you want to come to my island? And most people will be like, yeah, that sounds tight. You mean I want to go on a private jet? And it's like you roll up there and it's like there's like jet skis and like pina coladas and fucking whatever. There's like, it's like little cocktails with flamingos in them and shit. They're like, wow, neat. And then eventually they're like, surprise, motherfucker. You know that chick that gave you a massage? Well, you're on camera, motherfucker. You're busted right now. And now you got to do everything. That's the most charitable explanation of how someone can get roped into this whole shit on fucking Epstein Island.
if y'all want a very entertaining fictionalized version to kind of process what all this shit's all about, watch the show Happy. It's a really crazy show. It's a really crazy kind of satire of all this shit, but it pretty much lays it down in a very consumable way what the alleged narrative is in a fictional way that's like still like a cool actiony show. But that show is wild. It's actually super good. It's a lot like The Boys. If you've seen The Boys, it's very on the same kind of vibe. But yeah, the show Happy really just breaks it down the same way, where it's like, yeah, people just getting coerced into indulging, whether it's even
like,
if it's just like,
you want some drugs, you want
Yeah,
some,
yeah, yeah.
we got,
Just-
get a massage. Like, it
just-
all seems like because if you're just there, you're like, well, they probably do background checks, right? Like these are employees or whatever. Like they think, like that's the super dastardly part of it. I mean, it's all fucked up, but like they would have these girls like wearing like college shirts and stuff to give the impression that they're like adults.
Yeah.
But they're not. And yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. But what was I saying about the Stephen Hawking shit though?
Well, I don't think it's far-fetched that Stephen Hawking was into the midget videos, and I think he probably wanted to be around the underage girls. I feel like there's a clip of like him talking about God, how he's like, "Oh, the universe." Like he will
Do it in his voice.
in the universe, whatever. Basically, yeah, I think he's a pedo, even though he didn't use his dick.
Right.
Oh, basically, he was a cuck. He was there specifically wanting to watch the underage girls get fucked.
He's
not-
who the chair in the cuck chair in the hotels was invented for.
Oh yeah,
fucking
yeah.
God,
and sometimes,
dude.
yeah, it's like, yeah, sometimes they would just start fucking on him, and then he
Whoa.
would like talk toward.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's fucked up.
Oh my god,
Dude.
man.
I'm
fucking-
claiming that. I had to
What-
get that out
Dude,
there.
I was fucking.
Probably right though.
This is extremely inappropriate, but I was joking around earlier before the pod.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
saying that. You know that Ramones song, I Want to Be Sedated?
Oh my
24 hours ago, I want to be sedated. The verse, it fits perfectly. He's like, put me in a wheelchair, put me on a plane. Hurry, 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 before I go insane. I can't control my fingers, I can't control my brain. Oh, no, 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 no.
So how
I want to
did-
go to the island. Yeah.
Yes.
So how did his like talking mechanism, since he couldn't type his thoughts, how is it connected to his thoughts?
I think
Eye
he,
tracker.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
so,
eye tracker.
so like, Stephen Hawking couldn't get a boner.
I don't
Could
think
he?
so.
I don't know. I don't
It's
think
just
so.
blood,
Yeah.
but I don't think so.
I don't
Probably
think
not.
so.
Probably not.
No.
That's a shame.
Hey y'all, so we're getting at it. We're at an hour and a half too. Was there any other stuff we wanted to kind of get to too? I know there's like the Florida Alia thing, which is kind of a thing, but I just time check, just doing it, holding
just
it,
wanted-
just time checking everybody, just saying.
I just wanted to make
an
an observation that I don't think this is the end of the Epstein saga.
No,
and the reason,
absolutely not.
The reason I think that is because I never believed that Epstein or Ghislaine were the ringleaders. And I think the blackmail sort of plot has been triggered, and they're actually in the being blackmailed stage now, all the people who participated in unspeakable things, right? So if they started misbehaving, right, some people started, acting like they were going to break the secrecy or the silence, essentially. What you do is you kill off the most important guy, and then you just say, oh, we got a list with all your names. Now we're going to, start releasing it.
Yeah,
And the whole thing just starts to come down.
that's fucking crazy,
I mean,
dude.
maybe Ghislaine and Epstein were like causing problems, or decided that they were going to start doing something that higher up didn't like. I don't know.
They've literally been described as middle management.
Yeah,
that's what
right.
people involved
Exactly.
with the shit have called them. They've called them middle management, and it's like, damn, if middle management, I mean, who the fuck is even, at the top then? Like, if it's like your fucking middle management controls presidents and shit, like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Well, because there's all this stuff about-
Aliens, that's who.
Yeah,
I think there was all this stuff about how he was connected to intelligence too, like Israeli intelligence, possibly like Mossad and like the IDF and stuff.
Right.
Because he would have like the like Israel's defense minister like come to the to his house, and like they would be talking about shit. And it's like, if this guy was just a finance guy, what the fuck does he want to have to do with any of that? You know what I mean? Like, why
Well,
would
if
he?
you're a
Why
fin-
would he care?
If you're a finance guy, I mean, dude, that's more of a lucrative position to be in, to fucking make connections too. If you're handling money, I mean, shit, dude. Yeah, you can bypass people hella hard if you're the one working with the numbers and squirming around in the accounts and doing that. Like you don't have to. You're not beholden to anybody realistically. Especially if you have access to people who are. If you have little minions who can take the heat for you and shit
Right.
too. Like it's like.
And I think that's what's going to happen, too, is there's going to be people that were, like, on low levels of this, like a Stephen Hawking or like a whoever that was like maybe went there once, maybe, but that are gonna like take the fall for all this, and then they're gonna be like, we cleared it up, we fixed the whole problem, everything's solved. But let me fucking pull up that Bill Clinton video, dude, because I'm like,
oh yeah, no,
this is
you could fucking tell him. I don't know, you guys. What do you think? Here,
I think it's definitely a bait, like you're saying. You know, we're gonna act like it's all well and done and taken care of.
You gotta look it up. I spammed everybody.
But
with
in
the
reality,
link.
it's never gonna stop.
Just look up.
I mean, until we have like some sort of world police that is under like a united government of Earth, then I don't think stuff like this can really be exterminated fully. Is the thing. And I'm not saying we should do that, like create a utopian or dystopian society like that, but I mean, it's the same thing as war. It's like you will inevitably have conflicts, and there will inevitably be people doing awful things. That it just happens, and there's too many of us to stop everything from happening.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
We the majority of these sort of incidences of like human trafficking never even end up discovered at all. So.
Oh yeah, you got it right there, Christian.
Yeah, I found it. Oh, there's no audio, but like, just look at his fucking face, dude. Any comments on the allegation of your connection with Jeffrey Epstein? Wild, dude.
And that's what he has to say, bro. Piece of shit, bro. One more time.
Just look at that face,
Hold on, one more
dude.
time for it.
That fucking smile, dude.
Hold on, pull up the Shrek meme, bro, because that's literally like the same thing as like that Shrek meme that keeps going around.
Well, this is an old clip too, right? This is from
is
like
it?
2+ years ago, I want to say, or at least 2 years ago. So this is back when he still had the Duper's Delight phase, where like he couldn't be tied to it at all, right?
Right.
He's like, I think the evidence is clear. That being that there was no actual evidence against him at the time, but it's funny just seeing how hard he doubles down. You know, when he thinks he's getting away with it, like,
Dude, right. Yeah, he's like, well, because Bill Clinton's going to be dead long before anything comes.
That's
of
probably
any of
coming.
this thing. He doesn't give a shit.
Oh,
He
really?
truly
no
doesn't give a
fucks
fuck.
given at all, bro.
Dude, what else did we have, too? There was, just so we don't end on that note. Did you guys see the Bass Pro Shop?
Oh, my God.
Oh, dude, this guy was living the dream, but then it turned into a nightmare.
Do you think we'll get a community guideline strike for showing a CGI dick?
No, we're not showing that CGI version.
So we're showing the real version.
Probably get away with that more because homie was not packing. Homie did not have not a banger.
Not a banger, my guy.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this guy that, like,
Hey,
That's
I just gotta say,
show that version.
Cyberpunk, the video game, talks a lot about this, where the medical industry gets so just corrupt and they don't care necessarily about what sort of things they prescribe to people. The people have all these psychotic breakdowns from too many things happening with their like hormones,
Yeah, do that
and, like
one.
things just happening in their brain, and they just go on rampages and like fucking kill people. Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm saying
Well,
this is kind of like one of those incidents, like a cyber psycho incident. You
this
know
was,
what I mean?
I don't know if it was a cyber psycho incident. I think
Well,
he got,
I'm just using that as a metaphor, but yeah.
so there was this guy, he like, I don't know. Apparently he got prescribed some weird shit by his doctor that he was not supposed to have, or had like a crazy like psychotic reaction basically to some like, so this is like, people just thought like he was a streaker or whatever, because he ran into the Bass Pro Shops in Alabama, and you know how like at the Bass Pro Shop they got like the aquarium and shit, you can look at the fish, and so he fucking cannonballed in. He like, dude, it's crazy. Let's
let's pull
I
up
think the video, I think this will actually get past the censors.
I know this
because-
is the appropriate angle. This angle is fine.
yeah,
This is a kosher angle.
he cannonballs into the fucking Bass Pro Shop.
Security's just
The
like,
security's
what?
like, oh
Well,
man.
this happens though. That's the thing. Is
This
people
is
do
not
this
the
shit.
first time,
Yeah,
yeah.
people do this shit all the time. But
That's such Cartman energy, though. Like,
Yeah, Casa Bonita,
Yeah. Straight up.
dude. And he like tries to run for it. He's doing it again.
He's like, wait, hold on.
Holy shit,
Hey,
dude.
you only get to do that twice in your life, apparently.
Oh, he's trying to climb out. The people are just like,
A polar
So-
bear in the wild.
they're just so surprised by like how small he is. Like you can't.
yeah, it's pretty tough.
Even on the close-up angle, it's pretty wild.
God. Is he the
Does
first
he
one
try
to
to
do
make
it
a run
naked?
for it? Oh no, wait, we missed it. Jesus Christ,
Bro, this is awful. I'd be afraid of breaking the glass, to be honest. He ate shit on that, bro.
Yeah,
cracked his head open.
He fucked himself up. Yeah, he had to
Oh
go to the
my
hospital
God,
and
dude.
shit.
That's some real hip pain for later.
Yeah, that's tough, bro.
bro. Is he trying to run for it?
No, he's
Oh, he's
fucking
out.
he's
He's-
knocked out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He ate shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's
And
tough
he's
times.
pointing the taser gun at him.
Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Just in case he squirms. Just a little bit.
It makes it less funny.
Yeah.
That he was just having a fucking psychotic break. I thought he was just like doing it for fun, but
I mean,
maybe that's his excuse though. I don't know.
I mean,
it's a tragic and unfortunate thing that happened to him. Because I mean,
Everyone saw
like,
his dick.
You wouldn't. Everybody saw his dick. The whole
The
internet
water,
saw his dick.
the water is really cold.
Yeah.
In his defense,
And definitely he's going to have a fun time at family holidays
Yeah.
for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
all right.
Oh,
he woke up. He woke up.
no,
All right. That's enough. It's
it's pretty bad.
yeah,
It's
it's not,
insanity.
it's not too good. Not too good.
It's pretty crazy, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, there's also allegedly 12-foot aliens walking around Florida, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really believe the footage myself.
There's something very sketchy that happened to Miami though recently.
Pull it up. Fuck it. Pull it up. Just pull it up
What's
real
that?
quick, just because that's one of the things we said we're going to talk about too. We'll just end on aliens. Classic. ZUDECAST, one of our predictions for sure. I'm waiting for some big disclosure stuff because Blue Beam's in full steam, and let's see
Yeah.
what's happened. So allegedly, the the main story is that there was like a lot of teenagers, like 50 on 50, fighting with sticks in the mall. Which, first of all, that sounds unrealistic.
Oh,
What is this?
really?
What is the fucking Warriors? Like, what is this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like people don't fight with sticks anymore.
Wait.
But
Oh
You know what? Never mind. That's probably a little too much. I'm gonna
all right,
retract that statement.
So he said, so this is the Miami Police Department. They were saying, first, our response to that big incident on Bayside Marketplace. What happened there was about 50 or more juveniles that were shooting fireworks at people. There was also some looting going on, so officers that were on that scene were having a little bit of trouble containing it. But like, dude, if you look, if you look at this fucking picture, oh my god, what the fuck is going on with my
Basically,
touchscreen
like
here?
firing a gun at somebody, depending on the firework. I
Yeah,
mean,
no, low-key. But, like, look how many fucking cop cars are all pulled up outside of this mall. Like, literally, like, nuts to butts.
Hey, 50
Fucking-
kids is a lot of kids.
That's a lot of kids.
Only
Why
two
is that keep-
cops fitting in one of those.
Where's my fucking trackpad being weird?
Oh, but yeah, that's the alien in red right there, supposedly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
fucking... I don't know, dude. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
isn't that
about the
video
best
there?
frame you can catch of that, too. Just a couple
Yeah.
of, like...
yeah,
I mean, it does move. It does sort of look like it's
There's
walking.
a weird creature.
oh my god.
But it could also just be a couple of, like, police drones or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's...
all right, yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
It's,
yeah,
this is not gonna have what we're
It's not
looking
gonna
for. I
have
don't think.
Oh, no, they're just going to talk about it.
Son of a bitch.
Stupid motherfuckers.
God, I hate these
10-foot
musics.
aliens.
It's not real, bro.
Yeah,
Or maybe
But
it is.
anyways, I just thought, hey, man, they're kicking that kind of narrative off too right at the beginning. That came out like literally the first day of the new year, like same day as the Epstein stuff too. So they're trying to make you go cross-eyed here, and I don't know, man.
That's a good metaphor for that.
Yeah, just keep your eyes on the prize. It's going to be a crazy year. It's an election year, too. The energy's been wild. We're trying to meet them there. We're trying to meet the energy there, bro. The Zudes aren't scared of an election year. That's where the Zudes were born. We're born from the fire.
Eugene, do you have any predictions for anything that might happen in this crazy year?
we are going to dump the tea into the harbor once again. I feel like that's what the January 6th shit was kind of like.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true. We just had the 3rd anniversary like a couple days ago of January 6th, dude.
That's
yeah,
wild,
that's
man.
total Boston Tea Party shit.
Yeah. Well, dude, because there was the Tea Party. Remember, like in 2008, they were like forming the Tea Party. Like there was Occupy Wall Street, and then there's the Tea Party, and they were both kind of like, fuck the big banks, whatever. Like it was like left wing and right wing people almost like agreeing for once, and then they're like, no. Like all the like Wall Street fools were like, no, we have to get these fools to like argue about like whatever, like gay stuff. And they just, we have to get people to just argue about fucking abortion again because that's just
Basically.
that doesn't actually threaten anybody in power. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just a thing that people can just argue about forever, whatever. Like it's just the ultimate distraction technique.
Are they still around?
What?
The Tea Party?
No.
So they were survived by the Rent is Too Damn High party? Is
Yeah,
what you're saying?
yeah, the Rent is Too Damn High party, and I don't know. I mean, I guess there's like independents and libertarians and stuff that are kind of saying similar things, but it was a very short-lived thing. Sort of like the what's that other party? What was it? The Bull Moose Party kind of thing?
Oh, I don't know.
Wasn't that Teddy Roosevelt?
I don't know.
Anyways, history major. Come on, man.
I don't know.
Is the original Tea Party technically an American thing? Because weren't they all still Brits when it happened? You know what I mean?
Well, that's when they became Americans.
It was
When they
like a
dumped all that
birthing moment.
fucking
Hey,
British tea,
Boston
dude.
Tea Party was the first psyop, bro.
that's
First
true.
first
Was
false
it?
flag. First false flag. That's what I meant.
That's true.
Was it really though?
That's how you
In
get
American
away.
history?
Well,
I
that's how you
mean,
got to get away with stuff.
come
You just
on,
have to
yeah,
be
that's a-
pretend to be Indians. You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Well, I mean, that's what the Q shaman tried to do, and he still went to jail. So
He was very
Try your
Nordic,
best.
actually. He was trying to channel his inner.
Dude.
He was trying to channel mayhem. You feel me? And he was trying to
Yeah.
shoot the government's head off with it and put it on an album cover.
do you think we're gonna get another one of those for 2024?
Another insurrection type thing, or
Do you guys think that there will? What if there wasn't even an election? People are almost getting. They're like starting to bet on that. They're like there might not actually be an election in
I
2024.
think people have all but lost faith, more or less, in either how the system functions as a base, or it's simply just the sort of people that are running and being put on, the forefront of each platform. I mean, it's kind of disappointing to see lately, especially the last two elections have been particularly contentious. But beyond that, I'm not really sure what I expect from this year. I think there's still going to be an election, but I think it's the same thing with the U.S. dollar. People are just losing faith in
Right.
the integral aspect of the system. Yeah.
Do you guys think Biden's gonna make it to 2025?
I think he's probably gonna win. To be honest, he's gonna. There's gonna be a bunch of fuckery, and he's probably gonna win again.
Wouldn't that
and
just
then,
be fucking insane? dude?
Yeah. I think.
What does that say about
they're
America?
Gonna, I think they're gonna twist the wrist, and he's gonna win again somehow.
Because I think most people acknowledge that he's not really the one who's calling the shots necessarily. They simply see that as the lesser of two evils or multiple evils or whatever. But I'm like, what does that say about us as Americans if we're voluntarily just well, it sucks dick, but it's the best we've got. It's we really have nothing better to offer, with almost 500 million of us in this fucking country.
Yeah, I will say I hate to kind of get this or whatever, but it
Yeah.
does come with late stage capitalism. It's people are just so comfy, they're so afraid of things being disrupted, and they're just well, if I just keep my head down, everything's gonna be fine. People
Right.
want things to be fine in the short term, but even if it's long term, you're all gonna suffer and stuff. I mean, I hate to say it too, but it's Gavin Newsom. Everybody fucking voted for him, knowing he's a huge fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
And everybody's well, we can't have a Republican, but it's but we can't have this fucking guy,
Right.
And everybody's
That's-
my
yeah.
dad tried to be. He's all you wanted to vote for Republicans. I was I actually didn't. I wanted to vote for the other Democrat fool, but whatever. Hey, why do you think the guy who's in charge of the money didn't get to lead the state? Because he would have fucking. He was saying shit. He was saying he was gonna audit the CSUs and shit. And I was do it. I was take those fuckers' money because they're laundering shit, bro, and they're fucking exploiting people. The colleges are, and then the CSU system. He's we're gonna find all that money and we're gonna give it back to Californians who need it. And then of course he
Fat
didn't
chance.
get fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And Gavin Newsom did.
Gavin Newsom. I mean, just a shitty mayor becomes a shitty governor, and then
A shitty
might
president.
become a shitty president, dude.
Yeah.
He might do
But
it.
if they run him, bro, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking go shit on the Capitol lawn.
We just need people who are better at communication in general, because I think part of the problem is if they don't understand the problem, or that there's even a problem to begin with, nobody's gonna fucking care. So if they're oh yeah, the colleges are laundering money, it's oh, I don't even understand what money laundering really is to begin with. I feel most people don't. You know what I mean?
Dude,
how it works.
At this point, the only person who's really talking that kind of shit is Vivek Ramaswamy and fucking RFK.
I'm sorry, realistically too, they're both are going nowhere in terms of a presidential election. Neither of them are going anywhere. I think they'd probably be better as governors somewhere, and they'd have a better chance. But they are not going anywhere as presidents.
What could
presidential
happen
candidates.
if Trump is actually allowed to get the nomination and he goes up against Biden, there's a pretty good chance he could actually win.
But, yeah.
It's going to come down between one of those two, and I don't think like just the way
But
everybody's kicking and screaming over Trump.
The thing is, the fucking Vivek like in terms of Trump's base, like he probably aligns the most with like people that like if for whatever reason Trump gets taken off the ballot, like and it's like he just isn't in the running, I think more people would rally around Vivek than they would around DeSantis.
I think he has a
Nikki
better
Haley.
chance than RFK too.
And RFK's independent now because he can't get like he won't. The DNC just won't let him fucking.
They should. They
I
need to
love
start
how
just running.
You guys have like real takes right now. Honestly, I have a real bit. Okay, right? You asked if Biden's gonna survive. I think Biden's a fucking clone. I think he died right after the inauguration. He stroked out. Thinking I'm my own president. I'm more than a black man's vice president. And then Kamala couldn't do it, so they brought out the clone. And I feel like, right, it's like...
I think he got cloned long ago, dude. I think
he
it was
could've
even
got-
earlier. Have you seen the earlobes?
Yeah, there's like the whole
it's
earlobe
all
thing where
different,
like,
dude. This Joe Biden is not the same Joe Biden.
Not at all.
But if he was a clone, why would they make his clone so fucking dementia ridden?
well, you got to make it believable. You can't let them know it's a clone. They injected him with the dementia virus.
Hey, maybe that's just the state of cloning we're at, where they're just basically vegetables with some like basic motor and vocabulary skills, and they're like, in this case, good enough. Like that's all they needed.
But
Clones
it's
just
crazy.
suck.
But like you said about auditing the CSUs and stuff, Vivek is the only person I've heard talk about. Bro wants to fucking abolish the FBI, bro. He's like trying
You're
to
not
like,
going nowhere saying shit like that, to be
but
honest,
it's like,
too, though.
I-
Like, you're
I-
not going anywhere.
I appreciate someone that has the fucking balls to actually say that, bro, because that really is who runs the fucking country these days.
I don't think that's the
CIA and the FBI. They're gonna get his ass if he somehow becomes president, or he might even fucking I don't even know. He
I
could
will
get
say-
a Trump cabinet position or something.
I will say too, for as you know, everybody knows FBI, CIA, they're fucked up, but it's like FBI does deal with a lot of real organized crime. So
That's true.
you know,
Sure.
you can't just totally like get rid of that with no like, because then it's gonna be like cartels stepping in to fill that position of corruption, and they're already fucking, you know, cartels already are having a bigger and bigger presence out here in America,
Right.
and we don't want that. We don't want fucking, you know, them to. I mean, they be going full Hellraiser, bro. They don't care.
Well, they're the ones stopping the fucking organized crime, but they also like do a bunch of
I know they facilitate
Like,
they facilitate a
they
lot
are-
of it too.
Well, that's the
Well,
thing.
they
about
didn't do that in fucking Criminal Minds, bro.
Right. No, well, that's exactly. You fed all this fucking media where it's like
Or the
FBI's,
X-Files.
the CIA's, the CIA's help your best friend. They're stopping all the fucking aliens and whatever. But it's like, that's not how it's like, they shouldn't fucking be running shit because we don't vote for any of those people. Who's the head of the CIA?
No.
Who's the head
I-
of the FBI?
Couldn't tell you currently.
Wasn't it John Bolton? Is he even still around anymore? But anyways,
it's Michael Bolton,
Michael
bro.
Bolton.
He's fucking. he's like.
When a man loves a woman.
fucking Michael Bolton for president 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
it's just-
If you could nominate anybody for president, who would you nominate? Shit. And
I
I'm
heard
talking.
there's like some crazy Kanye apology recently.
Oh yeah, dude, I saw
I gotta
that.
check that out because
Where-
I was digging the rant before that.
Oh, is the one where he's on like in the middle of the house or whatever at the
Yeah.
party, and everybody's like, "Oh my god."
Well, did you see
I think I heard like a YouTube pooped version of that.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
It was just all twisted
Kanye
up, yeah.
did. He posted a whole apology thing on Instagram, but it was written in Hebrew, and he was like, "I'm so sorry to my Jewish brothers and sisters." Like it was like a whole thing. So I was like, I guess he's ready to drop the album now. I don't know.
Did he Google Translate that?
Maybe I don't know, but it was written like it was like it was an image, but it was written in Hebrew.
Another conspiracy, right? So Biden's a clone, right?
Love it.
Will Smith and Chris Rock, that wasn't supposed to be the real slap. The real slap was supposed to be Jay-Z slapping Kanye
Whoa.
when he interrupted Taylor Swift, right? Because then he says, sorry to interrupt, but Beyonce had the best album of all time.
Yeah.
And then what if Jay-Z had just slapped him and been like, "Get my wife's name out of your fucking mouth," and then watch the throne never happen?
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
That's
Damn.
crazy, dude. I think, dude, but part of me is like that whole fucking slap thing. I think that might have been a whole fucking psyop too. Like, what
It
if it was
seemed like it, yeah.
What if it was just all like, I don't know. What if it was all scripted, dude?
I think it was.
I think.
What is
even
actually gained from that, though?
I think the mere fact that he cried in his speech
Yeah.
shows
Yeah.
that it's like he had to method act. He could, like, Chris might have not known, but it's like it doesn't add up. You can't cry after that.
Was Will Smith ever on the island?
I don't know.
I guess we'll.
I think
find
everyone
Find
on
out
the
next
island
ep-
fucked. None of them, no.
Dude,
They
You're all guilty by
They're
all
all
guilty.
pedos.
Well, bro, because maybe Will Smith knows something, and he's maybe he has something to say about something, and now so
Then
they're
there's the
just trying
Jada
to-
video. I know nothing about that Jada pic where she looks like Fat Joe.
Oh my god!
I know this is.
That sounds
The
The whole
interesting.
Will-
Will, the whole
I'll
fucking Will,
definitely
yeah,
come back.
yeah. We'll have come back with more. We'll come back with receipts, but it's like they're almost trying to get Will to just like humiliate himself
Yeah.
until he does something to himself.
Yeah.
There's no way. Okay, yeah.
Like they're
There's
trying to ruin
no
him.
way Will will never kill himself.
Nah.
Because after Twitch killed himself, that's
Wait,
this
who's
is
Twitch?
a lot for YouTube, but he was a dancer. Like he was like famous for So You Think You Could Dance, and then he became like Ellen's DJ, and then he was an executive producer
Oh.
on Ellen's show before
Right,
it
this guy.
ended.
Yeah.
Dude. And you know, right. And you know it was weird because remember Ellen's fucking set on her show looked exactly like the fucking temple on Epstein Island. You guys ever see that shit?
What the
Vaguely.
fuck?
Can't-
Hold on. I know we're going over here, but like this is
Man, Ellen
This is the
DeGenerate
perfect
strikes
place
again.
to close.
dude.
Ellen was a
Look
happy
at
place.
look at
never
her
liked
set,
Ellen.
dude.
I never.
Oh,
fucking
Hella
liked
looks
Ellen.
like
That's a bit of
No
a
way, dog.
I don't know.
Bro.
I'm just saying.
Bro.
Just saying.
It's a little uncanny. We'll give it that.
It evokes if you know, you know. Maybe it's nothing.
I mean,
very,
well,
maybe
the
it's
rows
nobody.
of the rows of palm trees next to it doesn't do it favors.
No.
Yeah, like if
don't know.
like,
That's-
whatever.
That's dope. I like all of this.
Imagine a bit of imagine
R.I.P.
the fact that
Twitch.
they had a whole it's like you could have just had sick parties on this island and not done all the other shit. Like what? And it's like now what? This whole island? What are we just gonna give it back to the fucking animals who that lived there originally? That's fucking boring, dude. Someone needs to like do something cooler with this island. I don't know.
Let's turn it into a theme park.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is where we do real Jurassic Park.
That's that like karmic inversion. We'll make kids happy instead.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Before you guys do your wrap up, because I don't know how you guys like officially end it.
Yeah,
I did a lot of my bits on here.
that's okay.
Miscarriages or God abortions.
Shouts out.
And I'm trying to take that across the country. That will reverse Roe versus Wade. Another 180 to the full 360, man. TikTok muted my audio on a bit about a prostitute who played Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh man.
Up until that point, right, I was always just going with the flow, like, oh yeah, whatever the one world government is, if I have to be Chinese, I'm here for it. But no, now I'll fight for America.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
let's
bro. That's
go.
what it's fucking talking about. The Zudes are bricked up for freedom this year, and thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me,
thank you
guys.
for everybody who tuned in to this.
Appreciate y'all.
We came in hot for So what's this, season 6 or whatever the fuck you want to call
sure,
it?
whatever,
101,
I don't even
101 Zudemations, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody tuning in, dealing with our debaucherous activities. It's all in Minecraft. It's all real. None of my opinions are real. I'm all in character. I'm a fake human being. I'm a clone of Grody. Grody's evil shadow. That's who's on Zudecast. I did not interview Alan earlier.
Yes, the events of this show are not those expressed by the network.
Hey, shout out everyone who's in the chat. Fucking Ritual. We got Swiss Cheese in the chat. We got Sarah in the chat. Shout out, baby. And then we got
Shyla,
Be Easy Podcast. Just said
Be
dope
Easy.
podcast.
Thank you,
so much,
Busy
bro.
Will.
As
Shouts out,
always,
man.
much
Appreciate
love.
you. And my final words of the podcast are, Baba Booey.
Go fuck yourself.